what we should talk about too is I think the important part of this is the evaluation phase. The evaluation phase. What are you looking for? For Bengals fans that want to know what should we be looking for, let me talk to you about a couple things. You should be looking at guys like Joseph Asai. Okay, this should be the time where we see what we have in those guys. Zachary Carter. These are the times where we see what we have in those guys, right? The list can go. I can keep going on and on and on and on. You want to know what you have in people. Obviously, you want Jamar Chase to still hit his 1,000 yards and all that kind of stuff. You want to know if Tanner Hudson can, develop into a guy. Right. Or if you end up with a top pick, do you need to look at a guy like Brocky B? Maybe. Who knows? I know Evan's probably against that, but
no, not at all, because that's the thing, right? Is that's the type of elite prospect that you can get if you don't. Again, I'm not saying lose out. I'm not saying tank, but we can all sit here and honestly say to ourselves the difference between the 8th pick and the 17th or 18th pick. There is a significant difference in the caliber of prospect that you can get there. Yeah. You can get an elite offensive lineman prospect. You licking your chops yet? At 8 versus 18, 20, you're getting guys more like the Pillow Hands of Boyhe. There's not a lot of great offensive linemen that fall out of the top 12.
Right. You're also looking at the difference between a 4th place schedule and a 1st place schedule, too. Exactly. If you really want to keep bringing up things that really matter.
We can even talk about it a little more.
We can be realistic about ourselves. We can want the Bengals to win while also acknowledging that these have truth to them.
I want the Bengals to win more than anybody, obviously.
Right.
However, you're talking about this Bengals football team that has Super Bowl expectations, Right. And then you're securing them with let's say they were with a top 10, top 15 pick. That's a little interesting. Jared Verse, I don't know, man. You might, there are some names out there that definitely
you want interior defensive pass rush that's going to cause a problem. There you go. You want a good tight end weapon that you can pair with Jamar Chase and Joe. There you go. You need something on the offensive line to feel better about than you do Cordell Volson or what Ted Karras has done. You got it. That's the thing is the level of upgrade that you can get if you have that top 12 or 15 pick versus the back end. That's more BPA and need tend to line up less at the back end of the
round. When you look at this Bengals team too, not saying that they're terrible drafters, but if you have a pick number 11, pick number 10, it's a lot easier to hit on that than it is number 19 or 20. And I think if you go 2 and 5, the rest of the season, you're going to have a borderline top 10. But if you go 4 and 3, you're going to be near the 18, the 19, because that puts you at 7, 8 wins. Yeah. And I think that difference is huge because a borderline top 10 pick, it's very hard to miss on a borderline top 10 pick.
Especially when you're not picking quarterbacks.
100%.